Did you know Christianity didn't just appear out of thin air? It was born right in the middle of one of the most powerful political systems ever. The Roman Empire. Two emperors, in particular, Caesar Augustus and Tiberius, unknowingly set the stage for how Christianity began, grew, and eventually spread across the ancient world. It wasn't their plan, but history had other ideas. Let's set the scene. By the 1st century AD, Rome was massive. It controlled a huge empire, bringing all sorts of different peoples, cultures, and lands under one single rule. But what made Rome so special wasn't just its military might, it was its organization. They had unified laws, a standard system for taxes, common languages like Latin and Greek that everyone understood, and a network of roads connecting all their major cities. This incredible structure, designed for control and commerce, would accidentally become the superhighway. For a new faith, enter Caesar Augustus. In 27 BC, he became Rome's very first emperor. His greatest legacy, Pax Romana, or the Roman peace. For the first time in ages, the constant, large-scale wars that had plagued the world died down. For decades, it became much safer to travel. Trade routes flourished, and communication across vast distances became faster and more reliable. Imagine, a huge part of the known world was finally operating under a single, stable system. And as we know, ideas travel best when people aren't afraid and can actually move around. It was during the reign of Augustus that something pivotal happened. He ordered a census, a massive administrative task requiring people to return to their ancestral hometowns to be registered. You might already know where this is going. According to the Gospels, this is the exact reason Mary and Joseph traveled to Bethlehem, the town where Jesus was prophesied to be born. Augustus had no idea his policy would play a part in this story, but his actions placed the birth of Jesus right at the intersection of prophecy and recorded history. So, let's be clear. Augustus didn't create Christianity, but he created the world it was born into. He provided peace instead of constant chaos, roads that connected people instead of isolating them, and a sense of order where there had been fragmentation. The message of Jesus would later travel along the very roads and through the very systems that Augustus built. He built the stage. Then came Tiberius, who took over as emperor in 14 AD. He ruled during what were arguably the most critical years in Christian history. It was under Tiberius that Jesus began his public ministry, that the opposition against him grew intense, and that Roman authority was ultimately called in to intervene. The empire under Tiberius was still stable, but it was also a lot less forgiving. Now, let's talk about Roman law and the crucifixion. In the province of Judea, Roman power was represented by a governor. The governor at the time was Pontius Pilate, who served Emperor Tiberius. While it was the local Jewish leaders who pushed for Jesus' execution, the method itself, crucifixion, was a distinctly Roman punishment, carried out under the authority of Roman law. This defining tragic moment in the Christian story happened entirely within Rome's legal and political framework. Rome wanted to maintain order. In doing so, it became central to Christianity's defining sacrifice. So what happened next? After the events of the crucifixion and resurrection, the followers of Jesus began to spread his message. And how did they do it? They traveled along those amazing Roman roads. They went to major Roman cities, and they did it all under the administration of the Roman Empire. Isn't that ironic? The same empire that executed Jesus provided the very infrastructure that allowed his message to spread like wildfire. Persecution would definitely come later, but so would explosive growth. When you look back, it's a fascinating story of unintended consequences. Caesar Augustus built a stage, creating a world of peace and connection. Tiberius ruled during the story's dramatic climax. Neither emperor had any intention of shaping a new world religion, yet history placed them right at its foundation. In the end, Rome set out to control the world. But this new faith, born in its shadow, would go on to transform it. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you next time.